So last week I did a first impression video on a brand new release, one that was released on Fragrance Buy, but it hasn't been released in stores in the United States yet. One that a lot of people were looking forward to, as with myself, even though the last year's release to me I really didn't like. But today I'm going to be doing my full review of a brand new release by Giorgio Armani. It is Acqua Di Gio Parfum. So without further ado, let's get it. Alright, my great smelling dudes, welcome back to my channel. You guys know my name is Randy, aka FragranceDoud. If you don't, make sure to subscribe. Everybody else, just like, comment, hit the bell, all that good stuff. And if you would be so nice, go follow me on Instagram and TikTok so that we can go straight into this video about a brand new release. Again, I did a first impression about 7 to 10 days ago. When I did that, I told you guys the opening 40 minutes to me is probably my favorite of the entire line that has the Acqua Di Gio DNA in it. With that said, there is like the Absolute Instinct, which I haven't tried, but Absolu is my favorite Acqua Di Gio because it doesn't have the DNA in it, and to me, I really like that ambery aquatic fragrance that I really do like that amber woody aquatic. But with that said, we're talking about this one. To me, again, it is the best one in the line as far as that Acqua Di Gio DNA that everybody knows. Today we're going to be talking about a full review of Acqua Di Gio Parfum. So there we go. That is what the bottle looks like. I just decanted it so you can see got a little bit on the bottle, but it looks just like this one. Parfum. The Profumo, sorry. It looks just like that one, except for it has the faded glass that goes into more of a clear state bottle. And I don't believe Profumo is refillable, while this one is refillable. With that said, I just sprayed it on my arm, even though I have now worn it 5 of the last 7 days, so I can tell you guys all about the fragrance, how long it lasts, all that good stuff. The main thing that people were talking about is that it smells just like Profumo. That was the rumor, is that the reason Profumo was being discontinued was because the Parfum was coming out. But I'm here to tell you that it's not exactly that. Also, people say that it smells like Essenza. I have a fragrance that supposedly smells like Essenza, and if that's the case, it does kind of go down that aisle. But to me, it is definitely closer to Profumo. But again, I have never actually smelled the real Essenza, so we'll just go with this. When you first open up on Acqua Di Gio Parfum, you can automatically notice that the opening, especially the opening of this fragrance, does not smell exactly like Profumo. It is more airy, it is more aquatic, it is fresher, it is a little bit softer, but it is more fresh, more aquatic, more airy. And you can tell that almost right off the bat. I know a lot of people came to my video on my first impression and said, I can't believe you said it doesn't smell like Profumo. I said in my video, once I got to about 30 to 40 minutes, that is where it started to hit its stride and get really close to Profumo. And while there's still that Acqua Di Gio DNA in it. So the Acqua Di Gio DNA, no matter which way you look at it, the fragrance is gonna smell like an Acqua Di Gio. And it's the most prevalent DNA that is out there. Everybody knows what it smells like. And so if you're going into this thinking that it's not going to smell like that, the rosemary, the patchouli, the clary sage, the aquaticness, the marine style, it's going to. That's pretty much what all of them have, with a twist, except for Absolu. You have Profondo that has the green tones. You have Profondo Lights that has the green tones even more dialed up, as well as fresher than Profondo. Then you have Profumo, which really focuses on that rosemary clary sage mixture, and it is a little bit more luxurious. And at the time, it was my favorite from the line outside of Absolu. With that said, this one, again, is more aquatic, airy, and fresh. So if you like Profumo, then take that, about 70 to 60% in the opening, add in more aquatics, more freshness, dial down that rosemary patchouli mixture from the Profumo to almost non-existent in the opening. It is there, but you get more clary sage and aquaticness in the opening. After about 15 to 20 minutes, this fragrance starts to get closer into the into the dry down as that aquatic tones and that freshness start to slightly, and I mean slightly, dissipate. This fragrance doesn't change too much, but as it starts to get closer into the dry down, you can automatically tell that 15, 20, 25, 30 minutes, it gets closer and closer and closer to Profumo, which again is discontinued. So a lot of people are going to be happy about that. A lot of people are going to be mad about that because, I mean, some people just don't want the same thing. With that said, when you get about 30 to 40 minutes into this fragrance, it is 80% Profumo. Mixed with, again, not as heavy of a clary sage, or not as heavy of a rosemary patchouli mixture that you get in the Profumo. That's what it's known for. Again, it's a little bit softer, and you have a little bit more of this airy aquatic tone that is just sticking there, and it's fresher and a little bit softer. When I say softer, I'm not talking necessarily the performance and projection. I'm talking about the fact that the notes come across as a little bit of a softer scent. With that said, you still get that luxury vibe. You still get that Profumo, the one where you know this is one that you can dress up. And of all the ones in the line, it is the most dressed up of all of them. It is the more of the night out style from the line. Even though, again, you can wear it in a lot of different situations. It's an Acqua Di Gio that can be worn in pretty much any situation. With that said, this one, to me, is the most versatile of all of them. What it does is it takes that Profumo, that DNA, and it, again, freshens it up, gets it a little bit more aquatic, dials down that rosemary patchouli factor, and you have that Acqua Di Gio DNA sitting there, very modernized, very luxurious, classy, so you can wear it dressed up. But this one, unlike the Profumo, for me, you can wear this more dressed down as well. You can wear this one more in the daytime than Profumo as well, so you can wear it day or night because it does hit both of those facets of the daytime style, fresh aquatic, marine style fragrance. It has the aromatics in there like the clary sage, the rosemary. It has all of those with a green edge. And I think it's a fantastic fragrance. Again, for me in the line, Absolu is on the other side. It is my favorite from the line. Always has been, always will be. Right below that is this. Profumo was number 2. Well, Profumo was number 3 because I really like Profondo Lights. But with that said, as far as overall versatility, I would say Profumo for me was always number 1. This one is now number 1. This one is the best from the line because it kind of takes the freshness and the slight green tones that you get from Profondo and Profondo Lights, and it mixes it together with what you get. And I'm guessing that's what you got in Essenza. I'm guessing Essenza was more of an aquatic style Acqua Di Gio. That's kind of what you get here. Again, I don't know. I can't really talk on that because I've never tried Essenza. I've tried, again, I think it was a Bulgari fragrance that smells like it apparently. But with that said, Acqua Di Gio Parfum, it's just a fresher, more aquatic, airy version of the Profumo, but it does, as you get to the dry down, get closer and closer to Profumo without that rosemary patchouli mixture as prominent. And again, that freshness does stick there. So overall, it is the most versatile from the line, day or night, dressed up or dressed down, but I would say this is more of a dressed up fragrance. With that said, you could wear it to work, you could wear it in pretty much any situation. Now let's get into the performance. The performance on Profumo is around 7 to 8 hours. This one is no different. It is 7 to 8 hours, if not just maybe about a half hour more. I would say maybe 7.5 to 8.5, but that's just nitpicking. It is right around the same as Profumo. Again, the performance is almost on par with Profumo as far as how much it pushes out. In the opening hour, it's about above average. And then after about an hour to an hour and a half, it starts to become more of a personal bubble. It's never a skin scent until about hour 4 to 4.5. 4.5. It's like 4 to 5 is whenever it becomes a skin scent. At that point in time, it does last, and you can still smell it up until about 7 to 8 hours, which is exactly the way that Profumo wears on my skin. I don't know, some people will obviously get more or less, but for me, I think for this type of scent, with the freshness included in it, that you're definitely going to work out and be able to say, yeah, that's a good amount of performance, a good amount of longevity to get with this style of fragrance. But overall, again, I think it's just that bergamot. There is a bergamot mixture that comes along with that aquatic notes. It's never too citrusy or anything. Acqua Di Gios never are. But there's this addition of the bergamot that you also have in the other ones, but it's never as prominent. But I think the way they're using it in this one is just adding a little bit more of this freshness, undertoning with that aquatic tone that is really just mixing in and making this a lot more prominent of a fresh and airy style Profumo. That's what my take on it is. Let me know if you guys have tried it. I'm going to revisit it, but I really like it. My wife really likes it. I've tested it out. I took it down to work the other day, and I got like 3 or 4 compliments. Even though they knew it was an Acqua Di Gio, they said it smells really good. I'm not sure. I usually don't like Acqua Di Gios, but take that for what it is with a grain of salt. But let me know if you guys have tried it, if you like it, if you're interested in trying it, or if you just despise it. Let me know all of it. And again, I'll be back with another video. Thank you guys so much. I really appreciate it. Peace out.